serious. We talked about getting married.
R. Kelly, the once celebrated R&B superstar, now stands as a stark reminder of the dark side of fame and power. His chart-topping hits and undeniable talent once captivated millions, but his career has been overshadowed by a series of disturbing allegations and legal. Today we delve into the complex story of R. Kelly, tracing his rise to stardom and the devastating fall from grace that followed. If you're interested in stories about the complexity of fame and the pursuit of justice, hit that subscribe button and join us on this. Born Robert Sylvester Kelley in Chicago, Illinois, R. Kelly's early life was marked by both musical talent and hardship. Growing up in a housing project on the city's south side, he faced challenges and adversity, but music became his escape and his passion. From a young age, R. Kelly displayed an innate musical ability. He sang in the church choir and honed his skills on the piano and keyboard. His talent caught the attention of others, and he began performing at local talent show events. In the early 1990s, R. Kelly's career took off with the release of his debut album, Born into the 90s, with his group Public Announcement, but it was his solo career that propelled him to superstardom. His 1993 album, 12 Play, featuring the hit single Bump and Grind, solidified his position as a rising R&B star. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, R. Kelly continued to dominate the charts with hits, including I Believe I Can Fly, Ignition, Remix, and Step in the Name of Love. His smooth vocals, catchy melodies, and sexually charged lyrics resonated with audience, making him one of the most successful R&B artists of his generation. R. Kelly's musical ascendancy was undeniable. He was a prolific songwriter and producer, collaborating with numerous artists and shaping the sound of R&B music. His talent and commercial success earned him critical acclaim and numerous awards, solidifying his position as a musical icon. R. Kelly's meteoric rise to fame was accompanied by a dark undercurrent, disturbing allegations, and controversy that would ultimately overshadow his musical accomplishments. Whispers of inappropriate behavior and sexual misconduct began to circulate as early as the 1990s, casting a shadow over his otherwise successful. One of the most shocking and widely publicized incidents was his illegal marriage to the late singer Aaliyah, who was just 15 years older. This illicit union, later annulled, raised serious questions about R. Kelly's conduct and his willingness to exploit his power and influence. Over the years, numerous women came forward with accusations of sexual abuse, manipulation, and controlling behavior against R. Kelly. These allegations painted a disturbing picture of a man who used his fame and wealth to prey on vulnerable young women and girls, trapping them in a web of abuse and exploitation. The 2019 Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly brought these allegations to the forefront of public consciousness, featuring harrowing accounts from survivors who bravely shared their experience. The series ignited a firestorm of outrage and condemnation, sparking the cellular Muter Kelly movement and prompting renewed scrutiny of the singer's actions. As the pressure mounted, more and more accusers came forward, emboldened by the growing chorus of voices demanding justice. The allegations spanned decades, painting a chilling portrait of a serial predator who operated with impunity for far too long. The accusations against R. Kelly were not limited to sexual. He was also accused of running a sex cult, where he allegedly controlled every aspect of his victims' lives, isolating their families and friends and subjecting them to physical and emotional. These allegations painted a picture of a man whose personal life was in stark contrast to his public persona. The R&B superstar, known for his romantic ballads and soulful voice, was revealed to be a complex and deeply troubled individual, capable of inflicting immense harm on those around him. The controversies and allegations surrounding R. Kelly had a devastating impact on his career and reputation. Radio stations stopped playing his music, streaming services removed his songs from their platform, and collaborators distanced themselves. The once celebrated artist became a pariah, shunned by the industry and condemned by the public. The weight of the mounting allegations against R. Kelly eventually caught up with, leading to a series of legal battles that would ultimately shatter his image and end his reign as an R&B superstar. The legal troubles that plagued him for years culminated in devastating conviction that sent shockwaves through the music industry and beyond. In 2002, R. Kelly was indicted on 21 counts of child pornography after a videotape surfaced allegedly showing him engaging in sexual acts with a minor. The highly publicized trial dragged on for 6 years, and in 2008, a jury acquitted him on all charges. However, the acquittal did little to quell the growing public scrutiny and suspicion surrounding the singer. The loud Me Too movement and the release of the surviving R. Kelly docuseries further intensified the pressure on authorities to hold R. Kelly accountable. In 2019, he was arrested on federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and obstruction. The indictment painted a chilling picture of a criminal enterprise that spanned decades, involving a network of enablers facilitated R. Kelly's alleged abuse and exploitation of young women and girls. The trial that followed was a media spectacle, with harrowing testimonies from survivors who bravely recounted their experience. The evidence presented was overwhelming, and in September 2021, a federal jury in New York found R. Kelly guilty on all 9 counts. The conviction was a landmark moment in the fight against sexual abuse and exploitation in the entertainment, and it sent a powerful message that even the most celebrated figures could be held accountable for their crime, no matter how long it took for justice to be served. In June 2022, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison, a sentence that reflected the severity of his crimes and the lasting trauma inflicted on his victims. The once revered R&B star was now a convicted felon, facing decades behind bars. In February 2023, R. Kelly faced another trial in Chicago, this time on charges of child pornography obstruction of justice. He was found guilty on 6 of the 13 counts against him. The Chicago conviction added another year to his already lengthy sentence, bringing his total prison time to 31 years. R. Kelly's legal troubles are far from over. He still faces additional charges in Minnesota, and the possibility of further convictions looms large. His once illustrious career now lies in ruins, a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked power and abuse. R. Kelly's convictions have sent shockwaves to the music, forcing a reckoning with the long-standing practice of separating art from the artist. His once celebrated music, filled with infectious melodies and soulful vocals, now carries the heavy weight of his crime. Streaming platforms and radio stations have largely removed his songs from their playlists, a stark reminder of the cultural shift against artists accused of serious misconduct. The hashtag Mute R. Kelly movement has gained significant traction, pushing for the boycott of his music and holding the industry accountable for its complicity in enabling his behavior. The impact on R. Kelly's legacy, undeniable. His contributions to R&B music, once lauded, are now overshadowed by the horrific nature of his actions. His name, once synonymous with chart-topping hits, is now synonymous with abuse and exploitation. The music industry itself has been forced to grapple with the uncomfortable truth that it has often turned a blind eye to the misconduct of its stars. The R. Kelly case has sparked a broader conversation about the need for greater accountability and transparency, and the responsibility of the industry to protect vulnerable individuals. The consequences of R. Kelly's actions extend far beyond his own career. They have ignited a crucial dialogue about the power dynamics within the music and the urgent need for change. His downfall serves as a stark reminder that talent and success should never be used as a shield for abuse, and that justice, no matter how long delayed, will ultimately prevail. R. Kelly's story is a cautionary tale of the devastating consequences of unchecked power and abuse. His rise to fame and subsequent fall from grace serves as a stark reminder that talent and success should never be used as a shield for wrongdoing. The music industry, once complicit in his silence, now grapples with the repercussions of his actions. His legacy, once celebrated, is now forever tarnished. As we reflect on his story, let us remember the importance of holding individuals accountable, regardless of their fame or fortune, and let us strive to create a world where survivors are empowered and justice prevails.